Okay, welcome to lecture 10. We are going to talk about combustion equipment in this chapter. Up till now, I have told you about the types of liquid fuels, which are solid fuels, gaseous fuels, and liquid fuels. Then we went a step further and we talked about combustion. यानी हमने combustion की बात की थी कि combustion क्या होता है, combustion के क्या reactions हैं. Now we are going to move a further step that in order to do that combustion, the equipment that we require. क्योंकि जब when we need to form good combustion, we need either a burner, we need heaters, we need a heat source. And that is where we are dealing with combustion equipment. And in this presentation, on two types of combustion equipment. One are the burners and second are the furnaces. And we will go in detail of both of them. Before we go on, I would like you to tell you the following objectives. At the end of this lecture, a student will be able to know about the importance and the reasons for having a suitable combustion equipment. यानी हमें मालूम होना चाहिए कि importance क्या है और reasons क्या हैं एक suitable combustion equipment की. We should know about the different types of burner. There are two types of burners, the oil burners and the gas burners. They are subdivided. We should know the difference between the two. Be able to solve the design problems relating to the burners. There are design calculations where equations are given, and using the concept of fluid mechanics, if we are dealing with flow or other design parameters, we should be able to solve these problems. Know the advantages of gas burner and be able to understand the burning phenomena. We should be able to know the different types of air used in burning and label the burner parts. It is essential that if the burner is given to you, you're able to differentiate and label the selected burner parts. Know about the different types of furnaces. The combustion equipment. We need smooth and efficient combustion. As I have told you before that in order for good combustion and smooth combustion, there are some requirements. First and foremost, fresh charge of fuel. The fuel that you are using should be fresh and not used, because used fuel can decrease the calorific value or decrease the heating value, and the combustion is not efficient as it should be. Steady combustion. The combustion parameters should not change, it should be steady, it should not fluctuate. There should be sufficient combustion space. Combustion takes time and you should give it some ample space in order for the process to take place. अगर आपने उसको जगह नहीं दी है तो combustion efficiently नहीं हो सकती. Sufficient temperature. Combustion process exothermic reaction है, आपको उसको heat देनी ज़रूरी है. At a certain temperature, combustion takes place. So in order to have a suitable combustion, you need to provide a sufficient temperature. The quantity of air matters. Air matter करती है कि are you giving less amount of air or excess air. Excess air is always beneficial and it is desirable to keep your air above the theoretical air. Insufficient air would result in carbon monoxide, which you do not want, as it does not lead to efficient combustion. So minimum theoretical amount of air should be provided that complete combustion takes place, which means the production of carbon dioxide and water. The method of air supply. The, the way that air is supplied has a direct impact on combustion. The position from where the air is being supplied as well as what type of air is being supplied. Am I supplying direct oxygen or am I supplying air? Lastly, pressure also plays an important role in the design of the combustion equipment. Based on the above factors and requirements, there is a need for a combustion equipment. Combustion equipment are those appliances that are used for burning fuels for heating. यानी वो appliances which burn the fuels for heating purposes, they are known as combustion equipment. These equipments can include heaters, burners, ovens, stoves, furnaces, fireplaces, dryers, etc. But as I mentioned before, for our particular requirement and for this course purposes, we will deal with the burners and the furnaces. The equipments can be used for all types of fuels, that are solid, liquid and gaseous fuels. Yani it is not only that for solid or liquid these burners can be used, or the heating equipment, all types of fuels. The equipment allows the proper combustion of fuel. The main purpose of the equipment is that proper combustion of the fuel takes place. A burner. When we are talking about a burner is a device which enables a chemical reaction of a fuel. यानी ऐसा डिवाइस जिसके मदद से आपका chemical reaction take place होता है with an oxidizer. The oxidizer is usually oxygen from an air to produce heat in a controlled manner. The important word is that heat is produced here in a controlled manner. And as heat is being produced, as I have mentioned before in the previous lectures, that combustion is always an exothermic reaction. यानी combustion हमारा जो होता है वो हमेशा एक exothermic reaction होता है, और combustion equipment जो आपके हैं burners हैं वो तीन तरह के होते हैं. आपके पास gas burners हैं, oil burners हैं, coal burning equipment हैं. The gas and the oil burners will be discussed in this lecture, while the coal burning equipment was discussed before when I was talking about coke. Gas burners. There are many designs and styles of gas burners which are available today. Gas burners operate on the common principle that a part of the air for combustion must be mixed with the gas before ignition. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि गैस बर्नर जब तक ऑपरेट नहीं कर सकता जब तक एक एयर का एक स्मॉल पोर्शन आप मिक्स नहीं कर रहे फ्यूल के साथ. इधर जो गैस मेंशन्ड है दैट इज फ्यूल. The gas which is being mentioned over here is fuel, and a small portion of your air has to be mixed with the fuel before ignition. And this mixing of the fuel with the air is known as the primary air. So in short, the common principle, in order to initiate combustion, you need some primary air. Primary air is the most important element for the burning process or the combustion process. So I repeat that gas burners, or for that matter any type of burner, oil burner, will always be initiated after a primary air is being produced. Primary air is the most important phenomena of the burning. The gas burners are classified as being atmospheric or high pressure type, depending upon the pressure of gas admitted to the burner. यानी आपने जिस प्रेशर के साथ गैस को बर्नर में डाला, लो प्रेशर गैस है या हाई प्रेशर गैस है, उसके बेस पे आप बर्नर्स को डिवाइड करते हो. तमाम domestic commercial gas applications as well as some industrial units use atmospheric burners. Mostly atmospheric burners are being used. Even in your home appliances, your cooking ovens, stoves, they use the purpose of the atmospheric burners. Gaseous burners are classified based on the air and fuel mixing phenomena. आपके जो गैसियस बर्नर्स होते हैं ना, ये आप क्लासिफाई कर सकते हैं एयर और फ्यूल के मिक्सिंग फिनोमिना पर. मैंने आपको बताया था कि इट इज एब्सोल्युटली मैंडेटरी टू मिक्स अ स्मॉल प्रोपोर्शन ऑफ एयर विथ योर फ्यूल. There are two types of gas burners which can exist, premixed or diffusion. Let me get this clear. I talked before that there are two types of gas burner, atmospheric burner and high pressure burner. अब इनका जो फिनोमिना है ना, ये मजीद टू में डिवाइड होता है. That means that these atmospheric burners and the high pressure burners can further be subdivided into two types, which can either be the pre-mixed burner or the diffusion burner. There are general two broad types. I repeat, there are two broad types, atmospheric burner and high pressure burner. But the working of these burners can either be pre-mixed or diffusion. If the fuel and air are pre-mixed before being passed in the burner, they are known as the pre-mixed gas burner. In the diffusion, a type in the diffusion type burner, a small quantity of air is mixed in the flow gas and diffusion takes place. Now you can see from this paragraph that whether I'm using pre-mixed burner or whether I'm using a diffusion burner, a small portion of air is mixed with the gas or your fuel in this case. Hence, it emphasizes the point या मेरे point को ये substance देता है कि burner cannot take place without primary air. The burning phenomena cannot take place without the primary air. यानी बर्नर का जो मेन फंक्शन है वो है कि आपको बर्न करता है कंबशन इक्विपमेंट के लिए, मगर उसके लिए प्राइमरी एयर होना लाजमी है। तो चाहे आपका प्रीमिक्स बर्नर हो या आपका डिफ्यूजन बर्नर हो, कोई ना कोई एयर आप प्रोवाइड करते हो to initiate the combustion process which mixes with your gas fuel. This air is mixed with your gas fuel and hence it is called the primary air. Industrial burners are usually diffusion type. In the industry, we are using the diffusion type of burners. In a diffusion burner, the air and the fuel are supplied separately in the furnace. यानी आप सेपरेटली एयर को प्रोवाइड करते हो और फ्यूल को प्रोवाइड करते हो और उसके बाद आप एक मिक्सिंग फिनोमेना प्रोवाइड कर कर बर्नर में आगे लेकर जाते हो। These type of burners are also used for domestic purposes. यानी आपके जो diffusion burner हैं, they can also be used for domestic purposes. The combustion process is controlled by the mixing rate between the air and the fuel. किस तरह की combustion process हो रही है, कितनी efficient है, कितनी वो control हो रही है, this is all determined by the mixing rate between the air and the fuel. यानी the rate at which you mix your air and your fuel, in other words your primary air, that controls the combustion process. Based on the gas pressure, the burners are further categorized. As I told you, if the gas has a high pressure, they are called as high pressure burners. At low pressure, atmospheric type of burners. The atmospheric type burners, the pressure varies from 2 to 12-inch water gauge. 2 to 12-inch water is another pressure unit, but this unit is used since the PSI values are extremely small in order to show substance that there is some pressure change, and to show the pressure change we use a different unit of pressure which is inches of water. If you see the corresponding pressure in PSI compared to this type of burner, you can see that the values are almost negligible or very small. 0.072 psi to 0.433 psi. In high pressure burner, 0.5 to about 40 psi pressure is used with a large combustion chamber. Since they have high pressure, the combustion chamber needs to be large. As I mentioned before, one of the properties for efficient and good combustion is a large space. You can also note that in a high pressure burner, the smallest pressure is greater than the greatest pressure in the atmospheric burner. So these are the points that you need to keep in mind. The construction of the atmospheric burner is shown, and it operates in a similar manner to the Bunsen burner. That means that the atmospheric burner acts in the principle of the Bunsen burner that you see in your laboratories or you do experiments with. This is the main function of this is the main sketch of the atmospheric burner, and I would like to show you the main things that are associated in the atmospheric burner. The main things that you can see, the main parts are primary air will always be provided. Then this is the gas. The air, when mixed with this gas, this would be known as the primary air. A small portion of air is provided in this way. Then you have the orifice, which is a hole. Orifice deals with the flow rate. As we know from the fluid mechanics, it is used for flow measurement. From the orifice, it goes into the mixing tube, which is known also as the Venturi tube, and the tube has a throat, which is known as the Venturi throat. Then you have a burner head. With the burner head, there are burner ports, and secondary air is pushed to these ports. If I go a bit further, the diagram can be further shown. There are the main parts are the same, but this diagram is slightly different, that it shows another component which may be present in some burners or which may be not. These are the air shutters. The rest of the diagram is the same, that you have the orifice, the throat, the mixing tube, the burner head, the ports, secondary air, primary air. As a student, while designing, you should know how to label this diagram if this diagram is provided, because you should know all the parts of the burner in order to show the burning phenomena. Then we talk about the components of the burner. There are basically the main components of the burner, as I was discussing, were the air shutter, the orifice, the face of the burner, the throat of the burner, the venturi of the burner, the tube, mixing tube, the burner head, and the ports. Two types of air are used, primary air, secondary air. And there are further two types of air which are known as the total air and the excess air. यानी आपके पास चार तरह की एयर होती हैं, primary air, secondary air, total air and the excess air. The types of air provided: air which is mixed with the gas fuel before the gas air mixture is ejected and ignited at the ports is called the primary air. यानी वो air जो mix होती है गैस और फ्यूल, गैस या फ्यूल के साथ, बिफोर द मिक्सचर इज इजेक्टेड, बिफोर द मिक्सचर इजेक्ट होता है और इग्नाइट होता है पोर्ट्स में, ये प्राइमरी एयर है. ये सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट फिनोमिना है बर्निंग प्रोसेस का. नो मैटर व्हाट गैस टाइप इज बीइंग यूज्ड, you need a definite minimum amount of primary air for complete combustion. अगर आपके पास प्राइमरी एयर नहीं हो तो कंप्लीट कंबशन नहीं हो सकती, क्योंकि ये एक इनिशिएशन पॉइंट है. वो minimum percentage of primary, the minimum percentage of primary air will vary depending upon the type of gas, specific gravity and heating value. कितनी minimum percentage of air you need? The minimum percentage of air you need will depend upon the specific gravity of the gas, the heating value, as well as the type of gas. All other air provided to the burner is known as secondary air. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि बाकी जितनी air आपने provide की है वो secondary air है. And as we go further in the lecture, we would know that we should at least provide theoretical air. Theoretical air means 100% air. So if I'm providing 3% of primary air, that means that I need to provide at least 97% of air, which is my secondary air, for theoretical air to take place. अगर मैं 97% से कम करूं, 96 करूं, तो मेरा कंबशन इनकम्प्लीट कंबशन होगा और कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड प्रोड्यूस होगी. That is not what I desire. So I need to provide at least 97% of air. Now the sum of primary air and the secondary air is known as the total air. So if I ever ask you that my primary air is 6%, so what should my secondary air be? My secondary air should be 94%. The total should be at 100%. Anything above 100% is not harmful, but anything over 100% would be termed as excess air. So if my primary air is 6%, and let's say I provide 102% more air, that means that the other 2% is excess air. So these are four terminologies: the primary air, the secondary air, the total air, and the excess air. The excess air is the extra air which is above the requirement of the total air, which is the theoretical air which must be provided. यानी in theory हमारी air provide होनी चाहिए 100%. उसके ऊपर जो भी air provide हो गई वो मेरी excess air है. The burner parts, air shutter. The first burner part is the air shutter. Some atmospheric gas burners are designed with fixed primary gas openings. यानी ऐसे गैस बर्नर्स होते हैं जिनमें फिक्स प्राइमरी गैस ओपनिंग्स होती हैं, पहले से ही होती हैं. ऐसे केसेस में हमें एयर शटर्स की जरूरत नहीं है. If there are primary gas openings already present, you do not need air shutter. These designs are used with a specific gas and specific pressure. These designs are used with a certain gas and pressure. When the burners are designed with numerous gases, if there are burners which are designed with numerous gases and the air has to be adjusted, air shutter is usually required. And while you are designing, you can see that in your design, air injecting ability of the burner is given by this formula: P multiplied by D raised to the power 0.25 divided by H raised to the power 0.50, where P is the gas pressure in inches water column, D is the specific gravity of gas, and H is the heating value of the gas given in BTU per foot cube. In designing purposes, you should be good with your units, and unit conversions are important. So if I ask you to do it in SI unit, you need to know your unit conversion. You need to know that 1055 joule is 1 BTU. You need to know that 1 calorie is 4.184 joules. You need to know your volume conversion. 1 meter cube is 1000 liter. 1 barrel is 42 gallon. 1 gallon is 3.78 liter. 1 foot is 12 inches. 1 meter is 3.28 foot. Then you need your mass conversions also. 1 slug is 14.6 kg. 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. Now, for the pressure conversion, inches water column, the pressure conversion would be given. But the SI units are Pascal. Specific gravity has no unit, and the heating value of gas, the SI unit will be joule per meter cube. So as a student and designing purposes, you should know how to convert in your SI units, which might be beneficial. Then these type of equations are given to you. All you need to know is put in the values and calculate. The important thing over here is specific gravity. The specific gravity can be calculated in two terms. If I give you specific gravity in terms of water, you should note that the specific gravity of water is 1. So if, for example, I say that an a liquid has a gas has a specific gravity 3/4 of water, automatically you should know that the specific gravity of that particular gas is 0.75. Specific gravity can also be calculated in the terms of API. Suppose I have given you a gas has an API gravity of 60 and you need to do this design calculation. You can simply use the formula API is equal to 141.5 upon specific gravity minus 131.5. Just substitute the value of API gravity 60 is equal to 141.5 divided by specific gravity minus 131.5. The only unknown in this equation is the specific gravity. That can easily be found out, substituted in this equation, and you can take out your value. Moving on, the second part is the burner orifice. The primary purpose of the gas burner orifice, regardless of the type, यानी इट डज नॉट मैटर कि आपका गैस बर्नर एटमॉस्फेरिक बर्नर है या आपका गैस बर्नर हाई प्रेशर बर्नर है। ऑरिफिस का काम क्या होता है? इट मेंटेन्स द प्री डिटरमिन्ड इनपुट रेट। इफ यू रिमेंबर फ्रॉम योर फ्लूइड मैकेनिक्स, व्हाट डज द ऑरिफिस डू? ऑरिफिस मेजर्स द फ्लो रेट। गैस आपका फ्लूइड है, तो वो जो गैस की कोई फ्लो रेट होगी, फ्लूइड की फ्लो रेट होगी, वो ऑरिफिस मेंटेन करता है। So the orifice maintains the predetermined input rate to the burner, यानी बर्नर के अंदर जो भी गैस फ्लो जा रहा होगा, orifice या आपकी जो होल है उसका यही काम है कि वो इसको मेंटेन करे। The volume of the gas flowing through the orifice depends upon the specific gravity, pressure, area of the opening of the coefficient area of the opening and the coefficient discharge of the opening known as the K factor। जो वॉल्यूम है कि ओरिफिस के थ्रू कितनी वॉल्यूम जा रही है, ये 4 पैरामीटर पे डिपेंड करती है। योर स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी, द प्रेशर, एरिया ऑफ द ओपनिंग एंड द कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ डिस्चार्ज। First, let me talk about coefficient of discharge. Every orifice has a certain coefficient of discharge. Orifice type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have different types of coefficient of discharge. The equation is related by Q is equal to 1658.5 Ka square root H upon D, where Q is the discharge flow rate. It's a volumetric flow rate. The SI units for volumetric flow rate is meter cube per second. K is the coefficient of discharge, that is dimensionless. A is the area of orifice, SI unit is meter square. H is the gas pressure, SI unit is Pascal. And D is specific gravity of gas. Based on this equation, I have already told you how to calculate the specific gravity in two different forms. The water pressure should be given to you. The area can be calculated. The K value is either given or taken from literature in the form of this table, and Q can be calculated. Now for your information, sirif it is not necessarily that you have to calculate Q. यानी if I am testing you for designing purposes, आपसे सिर्फ Q नहीं calculate करवा सकता. Maybe I give you the Q and I ask you to calculate some other parameter. For example, I can ask you to find area, I can ask you to find pressure, I can ask you to find specific gravity. Any parameter can be found, or I can even ask you to find the coefficient of friction discharge. If this question comes and let's assume we need to find the flow rate, the orifice type would be given to you. The question is designed, calculate the flow rate having an orifice type 1. So if the orifice type is 1, you will take the value of K to be 0.80. If the orifice type is 4, you will calculate to take the value 0.83. Suppose if I reverse this question and I ask you to calculate the K value, यानी आपने K value ढूंढनी है और बाकी तमाम parameters आपको given हैं, and I ask you to comment on your answer. Suppose your K value comes to 0.82. So you will comment that, suppose your K value comes to 0.82. You will comment that in this equation, type 2 orifice is being used. Now suppose if your K value comes out close to 0.83, there are two types of orifice being used, orifice type 4, orifice type 5. So your comment could be, based on the given information, it is impossible to say that orifice type 4 is being used or orifice type 5 is being used. Either of the two can be used, but it is going to be distinguished by some other parameter depending upon the pressure or some other source. So in our case, if the coefficient is 0.383, then both orifice 4 or orifice 5 type can be used. So this is the way how to calculate these design questions. The other unit conversions, I've told you before how to calculate them, and they should be at the tip of your tongues. यानी आपको unit conversion करनी आनी चाहिए, बाकी सारी चीजें मैंने आपको बता दी हैं। और इधर ये जो 1658.5 है, ये कांस्टेंट है। ये बाद में वेलोसिटी किस तरह रिलेट होगी ये अभी हम देखते हैं. सो वी हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट टू टाइप्स ऑफ parts of a burner, the air shutter and the orifice. After the orifice comes the burner face. The burner face is the first component that sees the gas air mixture. यानी इसका इंपॉर्टेंस ये है कि आपका जो गैस एयर मिक्सचर बनता है, पहला कंपोनेंट बर्नर का जिधर ये जाएगा या ये मिक्सचर को देखेगा, गैस एयर को मिक्सचर को देखेगा, वो बर्नर फेस होगा. इससे पहले या गैस होगी या एयर होगी, मिक्सचर नहीं होगा. मिक्सचर सबसे पहले बर्नर फेस में जाएगा. इन सम बर्नर्स ये फिक्स्ड होता है ऑरिफिस के ऊपर और एयर शटर इसके ऊपर होता है. फिर आपके पास आता है वेंचुरी थ्रोट. द वेंचुरी थ्रोट इज द पार्ट ऑफ द मिक्सिंग ट्यूब और द वेंचुरी ट्यूब. द वेंचुरी throat is the construction in the mixing tube. The purpose of the venturi throat is it accelerates the gas to air mixture as it travels down the mixing tube. आपका जो गैस और एयर का मिक्सचर है, that is accelerated down to the mixing tube to the burner head. How does it accelerate? Again, we do the study concept of fluid mechanics. The flow rate equation Q is equal to UA. Velocity is directly proportional, while velocity is inversely proportional to the area, keeping the flow rate constant. So if the area decreases, your velocity is going to increase. So it acts as a converging diverging nozzle. This converging diverging nozzle, it will continuously change the area, which will increase the velocity of the mixture. So the throat, by this convergence and divergence, ये जो convergence और divergence होती है throat की, ये velocity increase करेगा mixture की. और ये जो velocity increase होती है, this goes into the mixing tube. The velocity increase will allow the primary air to diffuse into the burner, and you need this velocity increase. The reason why you need this velocity increase is because now the primary air will diffuse into the burner and mix with the entrained air. जो एयर ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंट है थोड़ी सी, वो प्राइमरी एयर डिफ्यूज नहीं हो सकती अगर वो वेलोसिटी नहीं है. आपको अगर याद हो कि डिफ्यूजन आल्सो डिपेंड्स अपॉन द वेलोसिटी. अगर आप वेलोसिटी हाई हो, गैसियस मॉलिक्यूल हो, काइनेटिक एनर्जी उसमें ज्यादा होगी, तो वो ज्यादा इजीली और ज्यादा तेज वो डिफ्यूज कर देगा. सो बिफोर रीचिंग द बर्नर हेड, इट इज क्रिटिकल अ होमोजेनियस मिक्सचर बी फॉर्म. बर्नर हेड के पास जाने के बाद बर्निंग होगी, मगर उस हेड के पहुंचने से पहले होमोजेनियस मिक्सचर फॉर्म होना जरूरी है. और ये होमोजेनियस मिक्सचर जब ही फॉर्म हो सकता है जब आपकी प्राइमरी एयर डिफ्यूज करे आपके entrained air के पास. And the way the primary air diffuses is due to the velocity increase. So the throat ensures that the velocity air increases, and the velocity increases. The increased velocity will allow the primary air to diffuse, and that will allow the homogeneous mixture to be formed. And it is pivotal that your homogeneous mixture needs to be formed. यानी homogeneous mixture होना लाजमी है, और ये homogeneous mixture आपके बर्नर हेड के पास पहुंचने से पहले होना लाजमी जरूरी है. और अगर आपको दिख रहा हो या याद हो, Venturi throat is the part of the Venturi tube or the mixing tube, which means that the purpose of the tube is to provide or make this homogeneous mixture before it goes on to the head. And here we come on to the mixing tube. The turbulence in the mixing process provides for a homogeneous mixture. In the mixing process in the tube, there is a turbulence, and this provides for a homogeneous mixture. This homogeneous mixture will accumulate in the burner head. Once this mixture is formed, it will accumulate in the burner head and will eject to the burner ports. That means that the function of the tube is to form this homogeneous mixture, which is formed due to the help of the throat, and then it goes on to the head and into the port. The proper mixing which is done in the tube is dependent upon the angle of divergence of the mixing tube, and usually the best angle is 2 to 3 degree. That means आपका जो mixing tube का angle of divergence होना चाहिए वो 2 से 3 डिग्री होना चाहिए. 3 से ज्यादा अच्छा नहीं है. Angle of divergence can go up till 6, but that is not good. The best is from 2 to 3 degrees for proper mixing to take place. Once it goes from the mixing tube, it goes on towards the burner head. The gas-air mixture, which is the homogeneous mixture, will accumulate in the burner head after the mixing tube, and then it is distributed to the individual burner ports. आपके burner head के ऊपर individual burner ports है. हेड से आपके पोर्ट्स के ऊपर ये होमोजेनियस मिक्सचर जो ट्यूब ने बना दिया है ये डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होगा. The burner head temperature and pressure plays a pivotal role in the distribution of the homogeneous mixture. शुरू में मैंने आपको कहा था कि efficient combustion के लिए pressure और temperature लाजमी है. तो आपका combustion और जब आप air और heating provide करोगे, air और heat इस portion पे आती है burner head पे, तो यहाँ पर टेम्परेचर और प्रेशर एक क्रूशियल रोल प्ले करता है आपके होमोजेनियस मिक्सचर को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने में. द हेड इज डिजाइंड इन सच अ मैनर that all the burner ports are considered. Your head is designed that you consider all the burner ports, including the number required, rows, the spacing between them. If you take this example, you should see that if this burner head has 8 ports, all these 8 ports, the distance between them, your design will consider all these things, the spacing, the length, the columns, the size. Then we come on to the burner ports. The burner ports are cast to form a burner cap. ये जो आपका burner port होता है, ये cast होता है burner cap बनाता है. The cap will sit in the burner base to form a four-sided port profile. The function is the ports are regularly spaced. The function is that secondary air can be supplied to the ports and the ports would provide a cap to provide a seal. The ports are regularly spaced but they are not same dimensionally. इन तमाम पोर्ट्स के बीच में जो स्पेसिंग होती है वो इक्वल होती है, बट ये लाजमी नहीं है कि वो डायमेंशनली सेम हो. So these were the general parts of the burner, atmospheric gas burner or any gas burner in general, and the functions. Then we move on to the working of an atmospheric burner. अभी तक मैंने आपको parts बताए थे. अब आप उन पार्ट्स को आपस में ज्वाइन करेंगे तो वर्किंग ऑफ द एटमॉस्फेरिक बर्नर होगी. अब वर्किंग के ऊपर एक नजर देखें. एयर फॉर कंबशन इज सप्लाइड इन द फर्नेस चेंबर. ये तो हमें मालूम हो गया है कि कंबशन होने के लिए हमें एयर सप्लाई करनी जरूरी होगी, बिकॉज एयर इज अ ऑक्सीडाइजर. इन दीज बर्नर्स यानी एटमॉस्फेरिक बर्नर, a small amount of air is mixed with the fuel, as I mentioned before and I repeat again. A small amount of air is mixed with the fuel which is termed as primary air. इस primary air के बगैर आपकी initiation process नहीं हो सकती. So the main function of the primary air is to initiate the burning process. And the rest of the air is the secondary air is supplied above the burner port. बाकी जो सेकेंडरी एयर होती है वो बर्नर पोर्ट के ऊपर होती है. सम ऑफ द सम यानी द टोटल सम जो है आपकी प्राइमरी एयर और सेकेंडरी एयर का, मैंने पहले भी जिक्र किया था, इट इज नोन एज द टोटल एयर which is kept to a minimum amount of 100%. The total air has to be kept theoretically at 100%. Anything in excess is not bad, but that is known as the excess air. But anything insufficient than this is bad. So for complete combustion to take place, you need 100% minimum amount of air. And the mixing and combustion of air will take place simultaneously. तो अब आप ये देख सकते हैं कि प्राइमरी एयर का फंक्शन होता है इनिशिएट करना रिएक्शन को. टोटल एयर का फंक्शन होता है कंप्लीट कंबशन प्रोवाइड करना. क्योंकि अगर मेरा प्राइमरी एयर मैं इनिशिएट करूंगा 4% प्राइमरी एयर है तो कंप्लीट कंबशन के लिए 96% सेकेंडरी एयर चाहिए होगी. इफ द प्राइमरी एयर इज 5% टू कंप्लीट द रिएक्शन 95%. सो द पर्पस ऑफ द सेकेंडरी एयर इज to complete the combustion reaction and the primary air is to initiate it. The mixing and combustion of the air will take place simultaneously. एक ही वक्त पे mixing भी हो रही है, combustion भी हो रहा है. A free jet is produced. Jet of air is produced to the downside of the burner during the discharge of the fuel as the fuel is discharged. ये देखें, this is important to know that the gas velocity at the orifice will be proportional to square root of the differential pressure at the orifice. and this can easily be seen by this equation, that the velocity is directly proportional to the square root of this h upon d, where h is the gas pressure in water column. तो h जब आपका यहाँ पर स्क्वायर रूट से डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल आपकी वेलोसिटी है, तो ये रिलेशन नहीं भूलिएगा कि ओरिफिस का काम क्या है, कि वो वेलोसिटी को the velocity at the orifice will be proportional to the square root of the differential pressure. जो आपका differential pressure का square root है, उससे directly proportional होगी आपकी velocity at the orifice. Once it's in the orifice, it will move through the Venturi tube. यानी Venturi tube के ये through move करेगी, which is provide for better mixing. Your homogeneous mixture is going to be formed here. And how is the homogeneous mixture helped? It is helped by the Venturi throat. क्योंकि थ्रोट आपकी प्राइमरी एयर को डिफ्यूज करेगी टुवर्ड्स द मिक्सिंग ट्यूब. Once you get your homogeneous mixture, yeah, when the mixture is formed, the mixture of air and the gaseous fuel will pass through the nozzle. आपका जब mixture of air बन गया है, वो और gaseous fuel will pass through the nozzle. They are mixed thoroughly in the divergent section of the venturi. Venturi का जो divergent section है, वहां पर ये आपस में mix होते हैं. किस तरह mix होते हैं? Angle of divergence के साथ. 2 to 3 degrees जो मैंने mention किया है. I mentioned that the angle of divergence is 2 to 3 degree for the best mixing to take place. Once it is mixed, in this section the pressure will increase gradually as the velocity head is converted to pressure head. If you remember your Bernoulli's equation, the heads equate with each other. So the pressure is going to from fluid mechanics. So once the as in this section the pressure will increase gradually, because if the velocity head is being changed to the pressure head, then obviously the pressure is going to increase while the velocity head will be decreasing. The secondary air is supplied to the flame to complete the combustion of the fuel. ये मैं आपको बता चुका हूं कि अगर सेकेंडरी एयर प्रोवाइड नहीं होगी तो आपका जो फ्यूल है वो कंप्लीट कंबशन नहीं हो सकती उसकी. Advantages of atmospheric burner. Atmospheric burners are popular due to the following reasons. They are simple to design. Atmospheric burners की डिजाइन सिंपल होती है. Easily to troubleshoot when difficulties arise. अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम हो जाए, you can troubleshoot the problems. Atmospheric burners are flexible. They can be used with a variety of gases. They are suitable for a range of inlet gases pressure. Operational at very low pressure. Some gases have low pressures. Economical, as gas used is a low cost fuel. Gas compared to oil and other types of fuel is cheaper. Gas is an abundant fuel. Even though it is a non-renewable fuel, but there are substitutes for gas. You have syngas, you have methane, you have natural gas, you have LPGs. There are different substitutes for gas. So gas is an abundant fuel compared to petroleum and coal. As they are small compared to other types of burners, the atmospheric burners can be used for more applications and are portable. You can easily move them from one side to another. The cost of operation of a atmospheric burner is much cheaper than electricity for the same equivalent unit. Hence, atmospheric burners are preferred. Now we move on to another chapter, which are the oil burners. Now, oil burners, they follow a similar principle towards such as the gas burners with slight differences. First of all, you should know that most liquid fuels are extremely difficult to burn from liquid state. यानी आपके जो liquid fuels होते हैं, it is very difficult to burn them from a liquid state. इसकी वजह क्या हो सकती है? इसकी वजह ये है, the stream of many liquid fuels. The stream होती है जो many liquid fuels की, वो extinguish कर देती है ignition source combustion के लिए. जो आपके combustion का main चीज है ignition, that spark. अगर वो लिक्विड फ्यूल आपकी इग्निशन की जो स्पार्क है, सोर्स है, उसी को एक्सटिंग्विश कर ले तो आप कंबशन कैसे कर सकते हैं? It will make the combustion of liquids impossible if the main source of ignition is extinguished. To overcome this problem, we vaporize the liquid fuel. यानी if the same liquid fuel is in vapor state, it is a different phenomena. As a result, The primary function of any liquid burner is to produce vaporization of the liquid before ignition. जो लिक्विड बर्नर होता है यानी ऑयल बर्नर होता है, उसका जो मेन फंक्शन होता है, जो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शन है, वो ये है कि इट विल प्रोड्यूस वेपराइजेशन ऑफ द लिक्विड बिफोर इग्निशन. आपका जो लिक्विड है उसको वो वेपराइज करेगा इग्निशन से पहले, ताकि इग्निशन आपकी एक्सटिंग्विश नहीं हो और कंबशन आपका चल सके. यानी आपका जो लिक्विड फ्यूल है, आप बर्न तो लिक्विड फ्यूल को कर रहे हो, बट द लिक्विड फ्यूल इन इट्स वेपराइज्ड फॉर्म, because if it is not in its vaporized form, it will extinguish the ignition source and combustion cannot take place. So there are two functions of the oil burner. The main function is to vaporize the liquid before ignition. The second function is it should also initiate sufficient mixing of fuel and air. यानी उसको प्रमोट करना चाहिए या sufficient mixing start करनी चाहिए fuel and air की requirements के जितना, जितनी आपकी requirements हैं उस हिसाब से. Classification of oil burners. जब आप oil burners को classify करते हैं तो 4-5 किस्म के oil burners होते हैं. और इनका फंक्शन क्या होता है? एटमाइज द फ्यूल, यानी ब्रेक द फ्यूल, गेट इट टू अ सिंपलर फॉर्म. There are vaporizing burners, there are the rotating cup burners, mechanical or oil pressure atomizing burners, steam or high pressure air atomizing burner, low pressure atomizing burners. You can look from here. There are vaporization burner. The pot type is another type of vaporizing burner. The rotary cup burner, swirl oil burner with a type of pressure burner. The designing of a swirl oil burner. In the next lecture, we will focus on these type of burners. So to have a recap of what we did today, we talked about burners, we talked about combustion equipment, we went on to the gas burners, the parts of the gas burner, the working of the gas burner, specifically on the the atmospheric gas burner. Then I showed how to design the air injection, the design at the orifice plate, how the orifice is related with the square root of the differential pressure. We talked about the flow rate, we talked about unit conversions, how to calculate. Then we moved forward, we talked about the advantages of atmospheric burners before we finally came onto the oil burners and said that why is it impossible for the oil burners to burn without to have combustion, to oil burners to combust. So in order to have combustion of liquid fuels, we need to change it into a vaporized state, the vaporize the liquid before ignition, and that is the main function of the oil burners. So in the next class, our first topic is going to be the vaporization burner, where we will carry on from. Thank you for your time.